Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a Enchantress look because I feel like there's a bunch of Harley Quinns out there, and I mean there's a few tutorials on Enchantress on YouTube, but there's not really as many. And in my opinion, I think she was the best character in Suicide Squad. Just the whole idea of the whole like dark, like witchy sort of like ancient Mayan or whatever. The whole background to it was just awesome. And yeah, I'm gonna try and recreate the look today. I hope you enjoy watching, and we'll see how this turns out. So I'm gonna prime my skin with the Baby Skin by Maybelline. And then I'm going to take my lightest foundation, which is the Match Perfection foundation by Rimmel, and I'm using Ivory. You can use white as well if you want it to be a little bit lighter. I'm quite heavily putting this all over my face. It doesn't have to be perfect because we are going to be putting some things on top. I'm making the look quite textured. Your beauty sponge and bounce that in if you want to make it look a little bit more flawless. Although, as I said, we are going to be putting things on top of it, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to go in the places where it just really isn't looking flawless. Excuse my coughing. I did go out the other night and it seems to be flu season, so it sucks to be me. I'm not really sure what to do next. I'm just kind of winging this. I'm just looking at this picture here. This is so I'm just going to be using that one to, because it sort of shows, it shows quite well like all of her facial markings and stuff, and obviously her face is in front of her hair. I mean, her hair's in front of her face. So yeah, I'm just going to use a pencil to mark out, or I might just use my, yeah, I'm going to use my brow kit and a little angled brush to get quite a accurate sort of line on my face. I'm just going to map out where I'm going to put, because she's got triangles here and here, so I'm just going to map those out. I'm using a dark brown, but you can go straight in with the black if you want to. I'm using pomade. Can't really see very well what they're like. I'm sort of going up towards my cheekbones. They don't look symmetrical, do they? I'm just going to fill them in. I've just got a black pencil that I've had forever, and I'm just going to be filling it in. This is where all that childhood practice of drawing inside the lines is going to help you. It's a party that alive, and you cannot hide. And this doesn't have to be perfect because we are going to be putting eyeshadow on top to make it look more pigmented, less streaky, you know. I'm just going to use my finger to sort of blend that in so it's a bit less streaky. If you have a jumbo pencil, that might work better than what I'm doing, but I don't actually have a jumbo pencil in black. So like an eyeshadow pencil or something. Already looking like her. again, I'm starting with going along the lines. As neatly as I can. And then it makes it a bit easier to just fill in the rest. I've also got a mirror over here, so that if I'm looking over here, that's probably what I'm doing. I hope you can, if I turn this way, you can see this side of my face, so it should be fine. Blending that in again with my finger. Set that down with some eyeshadow. And I'm using the Morphe 35C palette. It's got quite pigmented shadows. I might be using some greys as well because her face paint looks kind of faded, I feel like. So I might also use some grey in the middle section. So just on my fluffy brush, I'm just going to carefully pack that on. Starting with the outer lines again, because you've got to be the most careful there. Sort of coming out a little bit to just make it look a bit more like it's faded, like it's smudged out, like it's not perfect. Because hers isn't very neat. Going in with some grey now, sort of mixing together a bunch of greys with the black. This is basically just to set down the colour because you see the pencil is a soft, creamy-like texture. Some more grey in the middle. Starting just above, just below that top line. And dragging it down. And now I'm just going to do the other side. So now I'm just putting some foundation over my eyebrows. I'm not blocking them out very well because her eyebrows aren't completely gone, because we're just going to be putting black over the top of it anyway. So I'm not using like a glue stick or anything like that. I'm just using some foundation and concealer. And I really liked her look before she became sort of powerful, because I feel like after she became powerful she was a lot cleaner, and yeah, I just thought that she looked a lot more like creepy and cool like before she gained power. Sorry if you can hear my neighbours screaming. I have no idea what they're doing. They are having a Halloween party tonight before going out, so you know, maybe they're gearing up, scaring each other for Halloween, I don't know. Now I'm just going to take my Rimmel Stay Matte Face Powder and I'm just going to be putting that on top of my eyebrows. I do a very good job of blocking them out, but it doesn't have to be perfect, as I said. And I'm just putting that in all the places that I don't have black. I'm not going to be covering up my eye bags with concealer because we're literally going to be blending some black on top of them, so there's literally no method to this. I'm literally just going to be taking black and grey and blending it underneath and sort of taking it out. Really blotchy and weird. Taking it all the way up onto my eyebrow as well. To start with, I'm literally just using what was left over on the brush from filling in these bits. Really making sure to get that inner corner, because that's where it's going to make you look really sort of sick and ill and creepy. You can see the areas that are a bit darker, like here, and like all over the eyelid. So I'm going to be deepening them up eventually. And it sort of brought a little bit down her nose. Sort of like a nose contour but with black. And it comes out in like a sort of triangle back towards her eye. Really using this as an excuse to chisel up my nose. A little bit around the nostrils as well. Just underneath, I'm not taking it around the sides of the tip because her nose looks quite wide and flared. She's angry. Now I'm going to just deepen it around the eye sockets because these are going to be like the deepest parts of her face. With some like pitch black eyeshadow. And you can layer some, if you want it to be really, really black, you can put some eyeliner underneath as a base, or maybe gel liner as a base. But I think that it looks cool and messy without using base. Because if you use a base, it will be like pitch black, and there won't be any like blotchiness or skin coming through, which is, she's got some skin coming through. She seems to have like one really dark bit on her and around this side. Just keep adding where you think your eye should be darker. Instinctively go into my crease, but I should be putting it all over. Up onto my eyebrow and following the line of my nose all the way up. She seems to have quite a sharp shape there that follows the shape of her nose. God, I look horrible. They seem to have put an eyeliner on her nostril to make it look a little bit more prominent right here. So I'm going to do that. So I'm just taking my gel liner to do that. Smaller brush and set that.
All you girls and boys, we're gonna take it to the school, and all you have to spell is Halloween. H-A-L-L.
Just gonna be shaping the chin out a little bit. This colour's chin. Here's a little butt chin. It's very cute. And I am using black to contour just because the whole looks quite scruffy and dirty. I can't really see the rest, but I'm pretty sure she has writing on her forehead. And the bit that I really like is when she's first seen basically, and the archaeologist goes into the tomb and sort of frees her unsuspectingly. I'm just stippling some black all over my face, and obviously that doesn't look great at the moment, but I'm just gonna blend it out a tiny bit with some translucent powder to make the whole look really dirty, like she's just come out of the wall like she did. Or a cave, she came out of the cave or something in the movie. And on another tutorial, I can't remember who it was, yeah, another girl doing this tutorial, she used green, sort of like a moss kind of look around the cheekbones. So I'm going to be taking some of my sponges. Here they are, my sponges, and they're really cheap. I literally just got them from the 99p store. because we don't want to be using them for actual makeup. I tried to use them to set my makeup before, and they're not great, you know. It goes kind of cakey. I'm pretty sure it's because of the sponge, but yeah, for special effects and stuff, you know, any sponge, because we're going to be using like a texture stippling like method, if that makes sense. So it's not supposed to look perfect or anything. And I'm going to be using Dirty Money by Jeffree Star in his liquid lipstick. I haven't got any of his lip ammunitions. I'm really excited for that. But yeah, this is the only liquid lipstick that I have by Jeffree Star. But it's, you know, it's amazing, of course. So I'm just going to be trying some stuff out. I don't really know what I'm going to be doing yet, but I'm going to put some of this green onto this sponge. Quite sparsely. I'm not putting too much on. And I'm just going to be putting a little bit on my face. Literally anywhere you think there might be some moss coming out. Make it look kind of dirty. Make it look a bit more textured by using my foundation brush, and it's still got a tiny bit of product left on it, so just dabbing that around, making like dots and stuff. I'm going to put a little bit of eyeliner on just to give some definition to the eyes. And then I'm just going to brush my eyebrows upwards and make them look sort of really messy, and then run a bit more black eyeshadow through them. Make them look really dark and filled in. Stipple some green and some black over the top. She sort of has a black stain on the inside of her lips. Taking a Lucky Clover. Doing the cheekbones. Nose. Keep this bow. She doesn't really seem to have any eyelashes. She doesn't seem to have any mascara on, but maybe we'll just coat them. Anyway, focus on the roots, because that's where it's the darkest. You can get real messy with this, bring it up onto the lid if you want to. Doesn't matter, it's all black. Sort of more press it into the bottom then. Lashes neatly. Okay, the only thing we haven't done is the body paint. She's got some writing on either side of her cheekbones and some across her head as well. I'm going to take some gel liner. It's going to be really difficult. Brace yourselves. I'm going to look up some writing just so I can copy it, because I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, I'm going to need to just make this up then, because I can't seem to find bloody anything on what the writing says. done. Now I'm going to do the cheekbones, and I'm going to try and do it with a pencil this time because my liquid eyeliner is running out and it's really hard to work with. It just looks like I'm writing a computer code on my on my face. Did anybody else get that where your pencil eyeliner is too soft to sharpen, and when you sharpen it, it just doesn't, it's not having it, it just breaks off. And this is not going well. Harder than it looks, guys. I'm gonna try and go over the top, neaten it up a little bit. The text on my cheekbones are quite big. If you can get it to be smaller, go for it. Really give that a go because it's not small enough, but like it would have been better if my liquid eyeliner was actually working. Do some eyeliner on my lips. Now I'm just going to go back over the black on my cheeks because I've been leaning on them whilst doing my symbols. Not too much, I quite like the faded look. So she's got black stippled all around her chest. If you don't want to wear like a bra or a bikini or anything, go for just like a low black top or something, a strap top. Or if you want to cover up everywhere, you can do that. Just wear a big necklace, you know. I've seen in a lot of tutorials people drawing on the necklace. I feel like if you could get or make something that looks like the necklace, that would be even better. So yeah, I'm just going to try and create her body markings and stuff. So first I'm going to take that sponge and I'm going to put some black and green gel liner on it. Just sort of spread it onto the sponge. The gel liner isn't working very well, so I'm gonna try and mix it with some setting spray. So I'm just gonna put it in my hand. Put some black gel in my hand. And sort of mix it up. I don't want to ruin my fluffy brush, but I think that it won't look good without putting a little bit of grey and black eyeshadow all over as well, because then it matches the face. Once you're happy with how dirty you look, you can start on the markings. Since my camera cut out, you didn't get to see me make this. I literally just used some black gel liner and some green gel liner and made a sort of bullhorn shape and then just smudged it all out at the bottom, because it's quite messy on hers and you can't really see exactly what it is. I also used some green liquid lipstick and sponged it all over my chest as well. And now I'm going to use my sponge, which I've cut a hole in, to be the necklace, and I'm going to stick that right here with some eyelash glue. My eyelash glue is black. You can use any colour, it's not going to show because you're just going to be sticking it onto your chest. Okay, while that's drying, I'm going to try and create the necklace. So I'm just going to take my pencil again. Bring it all the way around if you want to. I'm not going to just for the sake of the video. Again, it just goes all the way up her neck, so I'm just going to start drawing lines. If you think it's a bit too thick, just go right over it. Because her necklace like kind of overlaps as well, so it doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just creating the squares. You can use gel liner as well. My camera was running out of battery and I had to charge it. So whilst I was charging it, I just filled in the little squares with my Rimmel gel liner. That's the green one that we used over here, and we used it a little bit on the face as well. And it's like glittery, if you can see, I think it works really well for the necklace because it's sort of glittery and like dark green. Like I think her necklace was dark green, and yeah, it looks like jewels. So I've just been kind of filling them in. I'm not filling them in completely because I want to be able to tell that they're separate. Super hard to do the ones at the back. You might need to get someone else to do it if you're going all the way around your neck. Now I'm just going to attempt to go around it with this brush. It's kind of more precise. Still a bit fluffy, but I'm going to go around that with some green. Actually, I might use my bigger brush just because we don't want to take forever on this. You can still see the glitter. So maybe only do this on the outsides where you want to dull it down a little bit. So now we're going to go around with some black. Just in those gaps. Don't you just love the soundtrack to Suicide Squad? Like after I watched the movie, I was literally like obsessed with it for like a month. I listen to it almost every day. It's just so good. Also the new Ghostbusters movie, the soundtrack for that was amazing as well. Just creating some depth to these jewels. Now it's looking less defined, but it is looking a bit more realistic. And we are going to be also adding some highlights to it. I take my sleek Solstice highlighting palette. Oh god, that's bright. Sorry about that. And I'm going to take the yellow shade and I'm just going to highlight a few of these. It looks kind of like scales. I suppose you could also use this technique if you're going to be like a mermaid or something, or a crocodile or something like that. There was also like that crocodile man from Suicide Squad, so yeah, you could use this technique with that as well. So I'm really sorry that was unfocused for like the whole time, but you can see how it turned out. I'm just going to go and make a headpiece, you know, that sort of half moon thing she has on top of her head. I'm going to make one of those out of like cardboard and foil, and I'll be right back and show you how it looks. Okay guys, so I just added a little more detail onto the arm because she has those chains on her arms and stuff. Yeah, and I've just taken down like a few tendrils of hair at the front, and I'm just going to gel them into little streaks that look like wet and stuff. So I'm actually using some smoothing hair cream just because I don't want my hair to get like disgustingly, you know, dry and stuff at the front because they break anyway. So yeah, this might be a bit better. And if you want to, you can just keep wetting your hair. Now I'm just going to sort of part them in the middle, keeping them separate. And I'm going to take my glue again, my eyelash glue. Put it right on my forehead at the top. Try not to get into my hair. Quite a lot. And I'm going to leave it to dry a tiny bit so it gets tacky. I'm just going to press this that I made. I made it out of foil and cardboard. And just hold it there. basically my Enchantress look done. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and please check out some of my other tutorials. I've got loads of makeup tutorials. Yeah, and please like and subscribe if you like this video, and hopefully see you in the next one.